Hello, everyone. My name is Ana Martha Ayala, and I'd like to welcome you to my YouTube channel. As a reminder, I do every video in English and Spanish, and the degree theory is based on modern Western astrology using the Placidus House system. In today's video, I wanted to discuss with you the horoscope for Scorpio rising for the year 2026. Now, this video is an overall view. Nothing replaces a personal consultation with an astrologer for your own personal cycles, but at least it gives you an overview of what's going to happen for Scorpio for 2026. Now, if your rising sign is from 23 to 29 degrees, then you may need to listen to this video and Sagittarius video because maybe the houses might not fall exactly like I'm going to discuss them. So just keep that in mind. All right, so let's start with um, Scorpio. Let me see. Scorpio. Here we go. So Scorpio rising. Scorpio, let's start with Gemini. Uranus in Gemini. Uranus is going to transit Gemini from 0 to 5 degrees, and it's going to be transiting your eighth house. So there will be financial changes in joint finances if you're with a partner, right? Or you're married. Your partner's finances or the joint finances can fluctuate because wherever Uranus transits, there are changes. If you are single, then it's your financial investments, the ones that can fluctuate. So you need to keep an eye on that. There can be a sudden death, not yours, a sudden death in your environment, or a surprise inheritance, a surprise debt can come up. There can be eighth house rules, money that comes in one lump sum, right? So there can be a surprise bonus, commissions, alimony, child support payments, money, again, maybe a financial gift from your partner, right? Um, Scorpio, this can also be a surprise pregnancy because the eighth house, uh, the eighth house rules pregnancy. So if you're looking for a baby, that's great. You might get the results that you want. If you're not looking to have a baby, then take the necessary precautions. Now, um, Jupiter, I got Scorpio. Here we go. Scorpio. Jupiter is going to go into well, Jupiter is in your ninth house in Cancer, and it will transit 15 to 29 degrees for 2026. So this should be an amazing time because this trines your ascendant. Cancer is a water sign, Scorpio is a water sign, so everybody's happy. You can travel, you can take classes because ninth house is university studies, higher education. And maybe you take um, religion courses or you start spiritual studies or maybe learn a foreign language. Jupiter is the natural ruler of the ninth house, so it should all turn well, right? Because it's should turn out well, I should say, because it's a trine for legal matters, legal documents. This transit should work out in your favor. Remember that Jupiter brings opportunities, but you need to act on it. So if something comes up, then make sure that you act upon it. Now, then on July 1st, Jupiter goes into Leo, which is your 10th house. Jupiter brings career opportunities your way. So your reputation at work you might get a praise from your supervisor. He or she can say great things about you, give you a very positive evaluation for the year, based on your performance. If you have your own business, you're gonna want to expand the business, right? Because Jupiter, everything that it touches, it expands. So, because, it brings a lot of optimism, but be careful in expanding too quickly. Do it in a method, like methodically, right? Like do it step by step. Don't do it all at once. Maybe add a line of products, or maybe add one country instead of adding all of Europe, and then you add as you go on. All right. But overall, this is going to be a really great time for your career and your status in society, because it's the 10th. This can also speak of you getting a promotion. Um, you can apply for another job that's a higher level, because like I said, it brings career opportunities. Then on 2/15, February 15th, 2026, Saturn enters Aries again to stay there for the whole year, all of 2026. And it will transit the first 14 degrees, from 0 to 14 degrees of Aries. So Saturn in the sixth house in Aries, this house, the sixth house deals with health, daily routines, your daily work. If you're in a job that you really don't like and you're just there to get the paycheck to pay your bills, then you might decide to quit. But, and there's always a but make sure you have another job lined up. Because with Saturn in the sixth, it makes it difficult to get another position, to get another job, or it can take a lot longer than what you thought. Now, if a health issue comes up, follow the instructions of your doctor to the T, because Saturn is all about discipline, about perseverance, endurance, doing the right thing, no shortcuts. When Saturn leaves, right, at the end of the transit in April of 2028, then it usually leaves a gift at the end of the transit. And hopefully for you, it will be phenomenal health, right? Now, the only caveat to this is that Neptune is also in your sixth house. So God forbid you should get a diagnosis of something serious and you need to go see a specialist. Make sure you get a second opinion, because wherever Neptune is, Neptune rules mistakes. It doesn't let you see the area clearly, so your doctor can actually make a mistake, or maybe the tests need to be repeated again, right? So speaking of Neptune is in your sixth house. And there it went. Yep, Saturn fell. Anyhow, Neptune is going to enter Aries again on January 27th, 2026. And it's going to transit 0 to 4 degrees of Aries. So remember, the Neptune's a slow planet. It stays in a sign for about 14 years. And for the next 14 years, it will be affecting your sixth house as well. So again, wherever Neptune is, you don't see things clearly. At work, there could be deception, or co-workers can steal. There could be bribery. Things are not the way they appear at work. If something comes up in health, like I said, make sure you get a second opinion. Verify any medications, any dosage that they give you, any plan. Just make sure that you got the instructions correctly. Ask a lot of questions about potential side effects, especially if you have allergies to any medication like penicillin or something like that. Make sure that whatever they give you doesn't contain it, right? At work, like I said, be careful with coworkers lying, stealing, being deceptive, hiding stuff is also a Neptunian thing. This applies to your boss as well. It's not just, it's not just the average coworkers, your buddies. No, it could also be something related to your supervisor. Obviously, don't do anything illegal or shady. Someone at work uh, can be someone completely different than what you thought, right? Like you think that they're an honest person and they're above board, and it turns out that they're not. On a positive side, or one of the positive sides to this is that you can find your dream job because Neptune rules dreams, especially in the arts and photography, pharmacy, medicine, the movie industry. Maybe you're looking for another job in those industries and you happen to land one that is just phenomenal. Now, Pluto is for Scorpio. Pluto is in Aquarius. Oh no, this is Virgo. I'm sorry. For Scorpio, Pluto is in Aquarius. So this is your fourth house. Anytime that we have transits in the angles, these transits, especially because this is a square, transits to the angles are difficult. So this transit can be intense because it's Pluto. And it's because it's in one of the angles of your chart. So Pluto is death and rebirth. There can be a passing of a parent or a grandparent, especially if either one has like a chronic disease, cancer, dementia, like a really, really bad case of diabetes that this person's in the hospital in and out, several times. So this can happen, right? You also, in the fourth house, when Pluto transits your fourth house, you need to be careful with emotions. You need to seek balance and peace with any deep family wound because the fourth house is the parental, it's in the parental axis, the fourth and the 10th, right? Because you can have deep family wounds come up with Pluto. Pluto's always depth, right? It's stuff that really hurts you. Um, it can also mean on a more positive level or a positive side. Maybe you transform the place that you live because you're moving to a new place because you're buying a home, or maybe a new apartment, or you're gonna just redo the whole place and make it your own, right? Or it could also be that you need to take care of someone, a parent in your home. So, Scorpio, this is what I have for you for 2026. I wish you the best. I hope this information has been helpful to you. If it has done that, please give the video a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and send it to somebody else that it may help. If you would like a chart reading with me, please send me an email to amaastrology@aol.com. And I thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next video.